So yeah, anime is a interest of mine. Has been pretty much since I was about 12 or 13, I suppose. I remember seeing an advert for either, I think it might have been Akira or it might have been Tank Police, in a computing magazine. It was from Manga Video, and they had an advert. It's just been, when I was about 12 or 13, I think that's when manga was just kind of starting off. They just sort of started bringing stuff in. Got a suspicion that it was probably Tank Police that I saw the advert for, because it has two scantily clad female characters in it. So that's being a 13-year-old boy at the time, I suspect that's probably what caught my eye. So yeah, it's something I've literally grown up with, really. I mean, before that, at the time I didn't realise that was anime, but I used to like a show called Mysterious Cities of Gold, which I really loved, and there's loads of stuff about that on the internet. So if you haven't heard of it, I suggest that you have a look around on the internet. Don't think you can actually buy it on DVD, which is a shame. Although I know in France, it was really, I think it was really big in France, and they've had like, I think DVDs and videos, and I think they've even had like the soundtrack brought out and stuff, all in French, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately for French, obviously, but the soundtrack I remember was in English. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, also I liked other shows as well. Ulysses 31 is another one. Again, I know that's out on DVD here in the UK. I don't know about the rest of the world. So if you're watching this from somewhere like the US or Australia or somewhere else, you're probably wondering what the hell I'm talking about, really. But yeah, I mean, I grew up with it. I didn't know it was that at the time. Oh, Transformers as well. That's another one. I think Ghostbusters. I think that was maybe, wasn't it? See, I mean, this is a big thing as well. Is you get some people that say, only certain shows are anime. So even I mean, to me, the definition of anime is basically animation that's been done in Japan, and I suppose to sort of narrow it down a bit, it's the style of the animation as well. Is what makes it anime for me, anyway. But you'll get people who they'll basically only say a show is anime if they like it, which is really weird. I don't quite understand that. They'll say, I remember having a conversation with someone online, years ago now, and I said, what anime shows do you like? And I said, do you like stuff like Gundam? Do you like, basically the stuff that's on TV, like Gundam, Dragon Ball, stuff that's, the thing is with those shows is they try and sort of make them for kids, but the original stuff isn't really, material isn't for kids. I mean, Gundam, I could imagine a lot of sort of really younger kids probably would have got quite bored of it, because it's not the kind of thing, it's not just a show about robots smashing the hell out of each other, although that does go on in there, but there's a lot more to that show. I quite like Gundam. I must admit I do quite like shows with robots smashing the hell out of each other. So, but yeah, I mean, I was just trying to sort of make conversation, and they said, "Oh no, those things aren't anime," and I was like, "Well, yes, they are." And they was like, "No, I don't like those shows, therefore they're not anime. Which I thought was a bit. Well, it is. It's daft. I mean, it's like saying if you go to the cinema and you see a movie and you don't like it, oh no, that wasn't the movie. No, I don't understand that argument. How did I go off on this now? I can't remember what I was saying before. Ah, yeah, anime, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it is something I've grown up with. But yeah, I really started to recognise it as something different, something separate. I don't know. When I was about when I sort of saw the first stuff from manga video, and that was, I think, what I really liked about it was the fact that up until stuff like that started coming up, cartoons were really considered to be for kids, the sort of little kids. So if you was sort of a teenager and you sort of, you said to someone at school, "Oh, I like cartoons," and they sort of, go and sort of, laugh at you and say, "But cartoons are for little kids." Well, no, they're not. And anime, I think, just kind of proved it. I mean, let's face it, some of the stuff out there, some of the anime stuff out there, certainly isn't for kids. I'm not even sure if adults should be watching some of that stuff, really. There's all different kinds of stuff about it that you've got. Well, I mean, you basically you name any genre, and the chances that, well, there'll be an anime in that genre somewhere. I mean, there's even anime porn, which is just wrong. I don't really know how someone can get excited over cartoon characters. Excited in that way, anyway. Yeah, it's not my thing. But to each their own, I suppose. But yeah, I wouldn't say anime is my main interest. I'm quite sort of interested in Japan and Japanese culture anyway. But that's probably come from my interest in anime. Yeah. So, I mean, I like watching the videos and the DVDs, and I must admit I do seek out some of the more obscure things as well. So, some of the stuff that's been sort of fan subtitled, I quite enjoy, because a lot of the time you get stuff that isn't picked up by the companies that release the sort of the DVDs you can go into the shops and buy. But I must admit, lately I haven't been sort of watching as much anime as I used to. I mean, one time I used to watch loads of it. I just don't really have the time to do that these days, which is a shame. So it's just sort of whenever I get a chance, really. But